Have you ever been in a relationship that felt intense, almost like an unbreakable connection, yet something about it just doesn't seem right? One moment you're on top of the world, the next moment you're drowning in pain, confusion, and emotional turmoil. You tell yourself it's love, but deep down you just know that something just doesn't feel right. So let's talk about it. Is it love or is it trauma bonding? So what is trauma bonding? Trauma bonding happens when you create an emotional attachment to someone through cycles of abuse, manipulation, and emotional unpredictability. This is common in toxic relationships where love and pain become entangled. One day this person is your whole world, your safe space, and the next moment this person is the source of your deepest wounds. And that unpredictability, that's what keeps you hooked. This is different from a healthy love. Real love creates safety, security, and mutual respect. Trauma bonds, on the other hand, creates confusion, anxiety, and dependency. So how do you know the difference? Let's break it down. Intensity versus stability. Trauma bonds feel like a roller coaster. Intense highs, devastating lows. Love, on the other hand, feels like a steady foundation. It's not always thrilling, can be boring sometimes, but it's safe and stable. Fear of abandonment versus trust. In a trauma bond, the fear of losing that person controls you. In love, the trust holds you two together, not the fear. Addiction versus connection. With trauma bonding, you create a validation like a drug. You keep coming back even when they keep hurting you. Healthy love, on the other hand, is about a genuine mutual connection, not an addiction to the pain. Justifying pain versus resolving issues. In a trauma bond, you make excuses for their bad behaviors by telling yourself, oh, they're just going through a lot. But in a healthy relationship, problems are addressed with accountability and solutions. So why do we get stuck in trauma bonds? Most trauma bonds trace back all the way to childhood. So if you grew up in environments where love was unpredictable, where you had to earn affection, where emotional highs and lows were the normal, your nervous system learned to associate that with love. So when you meet someone that triggers those same cycles, it feels familiar, almost like it's meant to be. But here's the truth. Just because it's familiar doesn't mean that it's love. If you recognize yourself in this, don't judge yourself. Trauma bonds are very powerful, but they can be broken. And here are a few steps how. 1, acknowledge a pattern. Awareness is the first step, so you just want to recognize the toxic cycles for what it is. Number 2, reprogram your beliefs about love. Love isn't supposed to be painful. A healthy love is consistent, nurturing, and kind. 3, prioritize self-healing. Therapy, inner child work, and self-care practices can help you rewire your nervous system to accept love without chaos. Number 4, set boundaries and walk away. Cutting ties with toxic dynamics is pretty challenging, but your peace is worth it. Number 5, surround yourself with healthy relationships. Find connections that uplift you and shows you what real love feels like. If you've been stuck in a trauma bond, I want you to hear this. You're not crazy, you're not weak, you're not unworthy of love. You simply learned love through pain. But that can change. You can rewire your heart and your mind to learn to accept something different. Real love is patient, it's secure, and it's freeing, and you all deserve that type of love. Well, if this video resonated with you, please let me know down in the comments. Share if you've ever experienced a trauma bond before, and how did you escape one? And if you're still in a trauma bond, just know that you're not alone, and you have the ability to heal and escape those situations. Remember, own your energy, walk your path, and until next time, love and light, my friends.